So for a price range of around 1,500 to 2,000 pesos, my top picks for mice are the Razer Viper Mini and the Machenike M620, however the hell you say their name. The main reason why I chose these two is because they have a very fast tracking speed of 400 inches per second, which is what I'm always looking for when it comes to the specs of the mice. The next question is, which one of these two mice would win? I'll see you guys on the other side of the intro. So let's begin this battle with talking first about the build quality of these both mice. As for the build quality, they are just on par with each other because they're both made with high quality, lightweight plastic materials. And yeah, they're pretty much, you can really feel the quality once you touch them, and they just don't flex if you press them really hard on any sides. As for the feet of these two mice, the feet of the Razer Viper here is much more friendly to all types of mouse pads, while the feet of the Machenike M620 is a little pad sensitive since it doesn't jive well with friction because of its somehow rubbery texture. The texture of this in the Viper Mini, as I talked in my previous reviews for the Machenike M620, the Razer has a much more smoother feel when it comes to their feet. Now let's talk about the switches. The switches for the Viper Mini can withstand a total of 50 million clicks, while the switches on the Machenike M620 can withstand a maximum of 20 million clicks only, half of that of the Viper Mini. Now, which one of these two has a softer cable? The Viper Mini wins with that, because the Viper Mini just has a thinner and more flexible cable. So for this round, build quality and durability, let's give 1 point to Razer Viper Mini. Now let's go over to the aesthetics. First and foremost, I have small hands, so my review could be biased. The Razer Viper Mini is just perfect for people with small hands, because number one, with the side buttons here, forward and back, you don't need to overextend your thumb to reach for the forward button at the side. As for the Machenike M620, you kind of need to overextend your thumb just to reach that forward button on the side buttons for the thumbs. So, as for the RGB, not that it's important, but the Machenike M620 has more options when it comes to lighting, while the Razer does have its own RGB lighting, but it can only register one color at a time, while the Machenike M620 can register different colors streaming from left to right and many other options you can see on its driver. So as for the RGB lighting, Machenike would win. As for the button placements and aesthetics, Viper would win. So I guess this round goes to the Viper again. Hey guys, let me take this ad time just to give you a background on who I am. My name is Daniel Reyes. I am the lead of this channel, Biboyharanero, in which we talk about tech reviews and we'll get into singing and some gaming later on in the end of probably the year. But, yeah. If you feel like there's value in the videos we are creating for the people who need information that's not being given freely out there, then leave a like, leave a sub, and leave a comment. And if you've got a tech review request, let me know through the comments down below, and we'll be sure to create a video for that if we can. Thank you very much. This is Biboyharanero. Let's begin with the comparison. Now let's talk about the RGB functionality. The reason why you're going to want to get an RGB mouse is so that you can get an indicator for the DPI. Unfortunately, the Razer Viper Mini does not offer that function. There is no way for you to track what DPI you're on, except just to feel it, because it does not have any lighting options that show the DPI you're on. Unlike the Machenike M620, as you can see, the light on its mouse wheel will indicate what DPI you're on. You can assign different colors to certain DPI settings that you have, which we will talk more about in the driver overview later on. So for the previous round, let's give 1 point to the Machenike M620 because of its LED indicator. Now let's compare the drivers of these two devices. As you can see, the Razer Viper Mini here uses the Razer Synapse as its driver, and you can set up the mouse parameters here, but there's one reason why I'm giving Razer 1 point for its driver is because when you set its macros over here, once you record macros, it will register the clicks that you do on your mouse. Compared to that of the Machenike M620, if you record any macros here, it will not consider the clicks and the buttons that you press on the mouse itself. For some reason, I do not know why. Or maybe I'm just doing something wrong. So, for this round, let's give 1 point to Viper. Okay, now this is the most important round, which is why the winner of this round will be given 2 points. And we'll see which one wins, since we're going to be talking about the sensor accuracy and consistency. So, beginning first with the lift-off distance of these sensors, since the Razer Viper has the PMW3359 and the Machenike M620 has the PMW3389, which is better than the 3359 because the lift-off distance of the Machenike M620 is very, very low at about 1 millimeter to 2, just between that range, while the Razer has lift-off distance of 3 millimeters, which is really high. It could F up your aim sometimes. Now let's move on to the accuracy. As for the accuracy, I believe both mice just have the same accuracy, but the PMW3389, or the sensor which you can find on the Machenike M620, is more consistent than that of the Razers. I've never felt a mouse this consistent before. I've been telling my friend about this the other day, that a consistent mouse just makes you a good player, a better player overnight. It makes you a better player overnight. I'll say that again. So for this round, which one would win for the sensor accuracy and consistency? Let's give 2 points to Machenike M620. Now it's time for our wrap-up. As you can see in the scoreboard we have on top, the Viper gets 3 points, the Machenike M620 gets 3 points as well. Now, it depends on you which of these things we've discussed today are more important to you. As for me, the most important part is the sensor accuracy and consistency. So I should not be giving Machenike M620 just another 2 points for that, maybe 3 points, because it's very important to me. It made me, again, a better player overnight. And I cannot say it would work for you. Again, this is just my experience that I'm sharing with you guys. So which one would win? For me, Machenike M620. Although it has holes in it and I don't like its look overall, it's probably the mouse that I'm going to be using moving forward. So I hope I gave enough detail in this review. I'll see you guys in the other reviews we'll be having for more tech items. Maybe I'll be singing. Maybe I will be gaming. I don't know. See you guys then. Bye-bye.
I'm hungry. No, no.